Hey, Hobby World, Zach and Porter back with another. Wait a minute. Porter's not here. I guess it's just me. Yes, it is. We are participating in a VR for Eric over at Four Leaf Cards. It's the YouTube Sports Card All-Stars. Now, Porter and I do not do contests. So we normally don't do VRs. It's nothing against anybody, but we just don't participate in contests. However, this is not a contest. This is just a great opportunity to give shout outs to many great channels that probably aren't going to be part of the old, sports card YouTube Hall of Fame coming up. So this was something that Eric put together at Four Leaf Cards, and I think it's a great idea. I even said this to Porter the other day. I said we need to do a better job of getting new channels and just others shout outs because there's so much great content out there, and we're still riding off the high from the national, meeting so many of great YouTube contributors, and that was just fantastic. So the rules are you can pick 15 players. They're called the All-Stars. They can't be Hall of Famers. You can do 9 position players, technically a DH, and then 5 reserves. I just listed 15 that aren't in any particular order. Then you can do 6 coaches who can be in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and then 2 rookies. So channels that are under a year. I did a little bending of the rule with one of them because this person's had a channel for a long time, but they just started doing videos within the last 7 months. So I figured that would qualify because they're technically new to the community. So again, not in any particular order, and I will put links to all of these channels in the description. We're going to start with our guy, Brian, one of our inspirations for our channel over at Bear Cards 34. We're Bear fans. Brian's a Bears fan, so definitely give him some love. We got Mike the Ditka Collector. He collects Mike Ditka, a great member of the community, very generous, fantastic channel. Jason over at Basement Card Collector. He and I share a lot of similarities with the junk wax items, although he is a Cubs fan, but he will fix your TTM fix if you're looking for that. Dustin and Blake, we started really getting into Dustin's channel because of all the fart noises every time the Kirby Puckett counter goes up. And so that's been sort of our connection there. And then we've really been dedicated to watching their channel. The Card Story, Matt and Tyrus. We were fortunate enough to meet both of them a few weeks ago at the National. Huge Hank Aaron collectors. Definitely can't recommend that enough, and always great to recommend another father-son channel. Then we got Scott Maz, who is a good friend of ours. We were hoping to see him at the National. We didn't, but he's a big Clemente collector, Michael Jordan collector, and definitely give him a watch. We got White Sox Fan Card Collector. I think you can figure out what his channel focuses on, but man, he has just got tons and tons of vintage, and he does some live shows as well that you can check out. Huck's Sports Cards. I want to say Huck started doing videos right around the same time we started doing videos. Man, does he have a huge following. He is a big-time vintage guy. He's out of Kentucky, and he's a big Reds fan. Does some great videos. Even his daughter joins him once in a while, so check that out. Houston and Son, another father-son collectors. They do some Pokemon. They do some new rips. I know that they're fairly new, I believe, to making videos, and so we love checking them out. Vintage Card Steve. I would say Steve is one of the best at giving channels a shout out. He was kind enough to do that for us when we first started making videos, and he does some great player showcases, and he is just an awesome guy. Check out his channel. Tiger727. Tigers, White Sox fans, we can get along, and you definitely want to check out Greg's channel. He does a lot of the Desert Storm cards and just some really cool showcases. He's also on Trading Card Database, so that touches close to home. David M., another great channel, and I know he's a big supporter of a lot of different channels, giving shout outs, so give him some love. Chris from Missouri, he's under a year. Actually, he may have just had his 1 year, but boy, has he taken off. I mean, I remember getting a recommendation to watch him. I think it was Vintage Card Steve or maybe Baseball Collector. But just a ton of great knowledge, and from everything that I've seen and from people that have met him, just a great guy as well. Dan at Korean Cardboard, our first international submission for the All-Stars. He does a lot of cool stuff. He lives in South Korea, but he's also the biggest Mark Burley collector out there, and he does a lot of great content. And then For Soft Corners. You should definitely check him out. He's right down our alley. It doesn't have to be a great condition card to be a great addition to your collection. So those are 15 for the team. And now we are going to jump into the coaches. So the way I put these together, I looked at channels that had a major influence on us, or we were early adopters of them even before we started doing videos. So Nate over at Tops85401, he kicks off this top there. You know, I don't know. I think he is a Hall of Famer, so that's why he went under this list. Big time Bonds collector and a huge supporter of our channel, and you definitely need to give him some love. One of the ways that Porter and I met a lot of these fellow collectors in person and just quite frankly virtually is thanks to our guy Bo Thompson over at 1 Million Cubs. He does a daily show around 7 a.m. on weekdays. It's a live chat. He doesn't do much other content, maybe some Cubs spring training videos, but he does a live chat. A lot of collectors congregate there, so definitely give him some love. I believe Terry at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards and Nostalgia is a Hall of Fame member, so that's why I put him here as well. He is just filled with knowledge and tons of vintage that he loves to show off on his channel. Our guy John Keating, we've had the pleasure of meeting, and if he's not a Hall of Famer, he should be. He does long format shows doing a lot of history. He shares some mail days. Just a great guy, sarcastic as hell, which I can appreciate. He's also over on the Bench Clear Media. He does Hobby Think Tank, and he's been on Hobby Hotline as well. Then we got Diego, Sports Card Detour. He is just an awesome guy. He's one of the first card channels we started watching. I think it was through Bo at 1 Million Cubs, but he's one of our originals. We've done tons of trades with him. He was posting videos almost daily, and then he dropped off a little bit. Now he's back doing more videos. Definitely give him some love. And then Daniel Wilson, I think one of the most generous members of this hobby community. Just a phenomenal guy when it comes to somebody I could reach out to if I've got questions about collecting or anything like that. And he's just got a really cool collection, and you're not going to be disappointed in checking out his channel. So those are 6 coaches. And then our 2 rookies, both under a year, our guy Abraham, Sal Dougie's House of Cards. He's a fellow Wisconsin native, so we've run into him in a few shows, and we've done some trades in person. He's very new to the community. He's the one I was saying, his channel shows that he's been a member of YouTube since 2009, but he didn't start doing videos till earlier this year, so I think he qualifies. And then Stukes. Yeah, he's getting a lot of love from a lot of different channels, and he's given us a lot of love, and we want to share some love with you all because he's got a great channel, a lot of really cool vintage. I think he was doing some original Turkey Reds the other day, and so it's always great to live vicariously through other channels with stuff that we would never be able to pick up, and so it's nice just to get to learn a little bit about those cards and then the stories behind them and why they're special to all of these different YouTube members. So those are our submissions for the Sports Card All-Stars. Thanks to 4 Leaf Cards. Again, I will put a link to all these channels in the description. I appreciate you sticking around through this without Porter. I know he's the big draw here, but I figured this would be easy just to roll through this just solo. So thank you for watching and subscribing to all these channels and to us.